Hello everyone, welcome back to Mamta Naval tutorial. And guys, in this video we're going to start a new chapter, chapter number 5, and the name of the chapter is Acids, Bases and Salt. So what you need to learn in this chapter, like what are the acid, what are the major thing is the what are the natural acid and what are the natural bases. We need to focus it more, okay, and how an acid and base combine together and they will form a salt. So this is the neutralization process. So all these we need to focus: what are the acid, what are the bases, example of both of them, and how the acid and base combine together and they will form the salt, and what are the neutralization activities and we see in our daily life, like how we require to neutralize the effect of an acid and how we can neutralize an effect of bases in our daily lives. So let's start with this chapter. First of all, if there is a solution or if there is a substance, okay, this is a substance which you need to figure it out, like whether it is a acidic solution or substance or a basic substance. How will you figure it out? First thing is the taste. You can taste it and tell whether it is acidic. If it tastes like sour, that means it is acidic in nature, okay. But if it tastes like bitter, okay, the taste is bitter, that means it is base. So naturally you can say that like taste is a very good indicator. You can indicate whether a substance is acidic or basic. But there is a problem: we cannot taste every substance, okay. We cannot like taste every substance which we need to figure it out. So for that we require some other things which we can call it as indicators, okay. These are the indicators which help us to identify without being tasted, okay. Like indicators, what they do, they change their color. They change their color when they come contact with acid or base solution. Whenever they contact with any acidic or basic solution, they will change their color, and this is how they indicate whether a substance is acidic or basic. So what are the examples? Like if we talk about the natural indicator, the turmeric is a natural indicator. So turmeric as well as the litmus. What else? Like china rose petals, they all are the natural indicators which is present in our nature, okay. What are the natural acids? So now we will talk about the natural acid which present in our surrounding, okay, which we see in our surrounding or we eat those acid also, like acetic acid. First is the acidic acid. This is the name of the acid, and here I am writing where it is found, okay. Found in which animals or in which fruits, so which we eat those. Like acetic acid is found in the vinegar, okay. What else? Formic acid. Formic acid is present when any ant sting to us, okay. That ant string contain the formic acid, and due to that acid we feel the irritation on our skin because the ant has attacked us. So citric acid are present in all the citrus fruits. So all the fruits which are citrus, that means they taste quite sour. So what are those? Like orange is a very good example, or lemon also, they both contain citric acid into it. What else? The lactic acid. Like we daily eat curd. These curd, what it contain? It contains some bacteria which release the lactic acid. So we are consuming some acid on our daily basis, like oxalic acid. Oxalic acid, where it is found? It is found in the spinach, okay. What else? The ascorbic acid. Ascorbic acid, where it form? like it found in all the citrus fruit like orange, lemon, etc., as well as like amla. It is also present in the amla. The ascorbic acid is present in like the substance which have vitamin C into it. So vitamin C, the ascorbic acid is rich in vitamin C. What else the acid? Like tartaric acid. Tartaric acid is also a natural acid which we can get from the turmeric as well as grapes and some unripe mango. So all these contain some acid. So these are the example of natural acid. So acetic acid, formic acid, citric acid, lactic acid, oxalic acid, ascorbic acid, and tartaric acid. You need to learn all these acid, name of the acid as well as where it found. So this is the important question as the TGT natural science, like from which acid is present in which of the fruit or which of the substance. Similarly, like acid, we can also say about the bases. So what are the bases which we found in a natural or in our surrounding? Like calcium hydroxide. What are this? Calcium hydroxide is a base which is present in the lime water which we consume in summers. What else? Like ammonium hydroxide. This is found in the window cleaner, the solution which we need to clean our window. So that solution contain the ammonium hydroxide. What else? Like sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide. So both of them, they help us to make the soap. Okay, so that soapy content come from the soap because there is a sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide present in the soap, and these are the basic in nature. Okay, what else? Like magnesium hydroxide. What is these? This is present in the magnesia milk of magnesia. So this is how we can see that there are some base and salt which are present naturally in our environment. So we talked about the natural acid, natural base. What are the natural indicators? Let's talk about the indicators now. Okay. So what are the natural indicator? As we have already read it, like litmus. Litmus is a very good natural indicator. So we can also say that this is a natural dye. What are the litmus? Litmus is a natural dye. Okay. What, from where the litmus is come? It is extracted from the lichens. So from where litmus come? It come from the lichens. Okay, what is the color of the litmus? It is purple in color. It is purple in color, and that purple color, this means that if we dissolve the litmus in a distilled water, then it will give us a purple color water. Okay, now if this solution is added in an acidic solution, it will give us a red color. Okay, if the solution becomes red, that means the solution which we have added is acidic in nature. If a solution will show us a blue color, that means the solution which we have added is basic in nature. So that's how the litmus need to, or litmus indicate the acid and base. Whenever it show the red color, that means it is acidic. When litmus show blue color, that means it is a basic. Okay, it is present in solution as well as paper strip, and mostly in our labs we have seen the litmus paper most often, not as the solution, but solution is also present in the market. We can take or we can use the litmus solution also. Okay, and which color of the strip papers are present? Like red color strips and blue color litmus paper are present in our normally in our labs. Okay, What if there is a solution, and in this solution we have dipped a red litmus paper into it, and there is no color change in the red one. So now we have taken the another litmus paper which is blue in color, and now we see that there is no change into blue also. So what that mean? That means that solution is neutral solution. That solution do not contain any acid, any base, or we can say that equal amount of acid and equal amount of base. That's why they neutralize each other and the solution become neutral. Okay, so the neutral solution is neither acidic nor basic. What else? The indicator like turmeric. Turmeric is also a very good natural indicator, and we found it in every kitchen. So what they do, it turn into red whenever it contact with a soap. Okay, whenever, if there is this is our shirt or t-shirt, and here we get a mark of the food which we have eaten, and that food, that mark, if we put some soap on it, first of all it is yellow in color, but whenever you apply soap on it, it will become red in color. Why this red color? That red color indicate that the soap is basic in nature. Okay, so this is how the turmeric indicates, or we can use the turmeric as a indicator. What else? Like China rose. We have already talked about China rose also, which is a natural indicator. What we need to do, like collect some petals of the China rose, in a beaker, and add some warm water into it, and keep it aside. As the solution start giving some color, okay, the solution become colored. Till then you need to add or keep the mixture, warm water into that petals. Okay, this is the beaker. It contain the warm water as well as the petals of the China rose. So you need to dip it into for till the time the solution become some, it will give some kind of a color, and this color will indicate as an indicator or work as a indicator for us. How? If we add few drops of acidic solution into it, okay, any acidic solution, then it will turn into dark pink in color. What is the dark pink? Like magenta in color. If it is showing magenta color, that means the solution is acidic. If we add some basic solution into it, that means it will convert into a green color. So the change of color tell us whether a substance is acidic or basic. So pink color will tell us the solution is acidic, the green color will show the solution is basic. What else? Other concepts like acid rain. What are acid rains, and what are the effect of acid rain? Acid rain contain excess of acid into it. That's why we are calling it as acidic rain. Rain become acidic because of carbon dioxide which is present in the pollution. Carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, or we can say that nitrogen dioxide. Okay, all these are present in our pollution. Okay, whatever pollution in our environment, or we can say that pollution which is exerted by our vehicles, that pollution contain carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide. All these will make acid. How? Like when it contact with the drops of acid, whenever they contact, like if the carbon dioxide contact with the drop of water, it will become the carbonic acid. Okay, it will convert into carbonic acid. What else? If it contact with the sulfur dioxide, then it will become sulfuric or sulfuric acid. Okay, if it combine with the nitrogen dioxide, then it will become nitric acid, and all these acid will combine and form the rain as a acid rain. Okay, The acid rain is not good for us. It will cause lots of damage. Okay, and mainly the damage is in the building. We can see lots of damage in the building or some historical monuments. We can see that historical monuments, or we can say that plants also get affected because of the acid rain, as well as animals are also affected. Why plants? Because if the acid rain occur, because of that rain, what happen, the soil will become acidic, and if a solution is too acidic, or if a soil is too acidic or basic, the plant will not able to grow into it. Okay, so we need a plant to require a proper amount of acid or base to survive. So acid rain will damage the plants as well as the animals also. Now we will learn what is the neutralization process. What is the neutralization process? Okay, neutralization are the process in which we add acid and base in equal quantity. If we are taking the strong acid, then we are taking a strong base, and they will combine together and they will neutralize that solution. That solution will become neither acidic nor basic. So to understand this, there is a very good experiment. So here we are taking a beaker, and into that beaker we have used a dilute HCl. Okay, this is the dilute HCl. What we need to add few drops of an indicator. Which indicator we can use, we need to figure it out. So we cannot take any indicator. So in this experiment, we have taken phenolphthalein. Phenolphthalein. This is the indicator which we have used in this solution. So if we take few drops, 2 to 3 drops of phenolphthalein in the acidic solution, and we continue add some sodium hydroxide. Now continue add the sodium hydroxide to the solution. Okay, till the time the solution will show some kind of a color into it. If it is showing some color, now add some HCl to it. Okay, few drops or 1 drop of HCl. What you see, like again the solution become colorless. The solution will become colorless. Let's learn it again. Like we have taken a dilute HCl. The dilute HCl is colorless. When we add few drops of phenolphthalein, the solution is still remain colorless. Okay, now we have added some sodium hydroxide, some drops of sodium hydroxide, till the time we will get some color into that solution. If we get some color, now what we do, we do not add more sodium hydroxide into it, we add some or 1 drop of HCl. What we see, we will observe that the solution is again become colorless. What is this? What is this whole thing? Like the phenolphthalein will indicate us a pink color. If a solution is showing us a pink color, what that means, it is a basic. Okay, whenever a solution is basic, then it will show us a pink color. If a solution is colorless, okay, there is no color in the solution, that means it is acidic in nature. So here we have added sodium hydroxide, and sodium hydroxide, we all know this is a base, and we are adding base. That's why that, because we have taken some HCl already into the solution, so there is HCl and this is the base. So when there will be a time when the acid will reduce in the quantity and the base will increase in the quantity. So when the base will show itself, that way it will give us a pink color. Now what happened, now the solution become basic in nature. What we have done, we have added some HCl into it. That means we have added some acid into it, and because of acid the solution become acidic, and the solution, acidic solution, will colorless. So what we indicate, the phenolphthalein will indicate if it is giving a pink color, that means a solution is basic. If a solution is acidic, that means it is colorless. Or the neutralization process is also, we can see into it. When a acid combined with a base, it will neutralize both acid and as well as the base. One more thing you need to learn, that whenever we are talking about a neutralization process, we need to learn this is also like it always release some amount of heat, okay, in the surrounding, as well as it will make a new substance which we called it as salt. So whenever an acid combine with a base, it will give us a salt plus some water as well as some heat which evolve in the surrounding. Okay, so what are the example? If we take HCl as a acid and NaOH, which is sodium hydroxide. So if we are taking a strong acid, we are taking the strong base also. So whenever the HCl combine with the sodium hydroxide, what it will give? It will give sodium chloride. So this sodium will combine with this chloride and this H will combine with the OH. So what it will give? It will give the water and some amount of heat also. So what is this? What is this? The sodium chloride. The sodium chloride is the salt which we get. Okay. So with this definition, or we can say with this equation, we can say that whenever a acid combine with a base, it will give us a salt, some amount of water as well as heat. Okay, so why is neutralization process important for us? Why we need to learn the neutralization process? What is the importance? So like in indigestion, when we feel like acidity in us, why it happened? Because of the indigestion we feel acid. So what happened when our stomach will produce lots of acid, and that acid will create the acidity. To reduce that or relieve from this indigestion, what we require some kind of an antacid to take. Okay, what are the antacid we can take? We can take the milk of magnesia. And this is very important, guys. There was a time like when a TGT natural science exam has asked about the which kind of antacid we can take while we are having an acidity or in an indigestion. So which is this? What is the what is the substance which we take? Is the milk of magnesia. Why we require milk of magnesia? Because it contains magnesium hydroxide, which is a base. Whenever a base combine with a acid, it will neutralize the solution and we will get rid of that acidity feeling. Okay, now what else? Like in ant bite, as we have already learned, ant bite is also contains some kind of acid. Which acid? It is the formic acid. Okay, that formic acid will cause irritation in the skin, and to reduce that irritation, or we can say that to neutralize this formic acid solution, we can use some moist baking soda. Okay, we can rub some moist baking soda on that patch where the ant has bited us, and that will give us a relief. What else? Instead of that, we can use a calamine solution also. So what a calamine solution contain? It consists of zinc carbonate. Okay, and zinc carbonate, what is it? It is a base. So the base will combine with the acid and it will neutralize the reaction, and we will get relief from that pain which we are facing in the earlier stage. Okay, where else we require the neutralization process? Like in the soil treatment. Okay, whenever we require our soil to be treated, we need a neutralization process. Like if we use lots of chemical fertilizer in our soil, or to get a very good yield from the from our field. So we are adding lots of chemical fertilizer to it, that will make our soil acidic. And as we already know, like whether if a soil is too acidic, then also our plant will not grow. If the soil is too basic, still through too basic, that will also not help the plants to grow. Okay, so this is the major problem. We cannot make our soil too acidic or too basic, because it is not good for our plants. To neutralize it, if we have used lots of chemical fertilizer and because of that our soil become acidic and it become too much acidic, we cannot use it for the irrigation or we cannot use it for the agriculture process. So what is the solution for this? How we can use the soil? If it is too acidic, we can use quick lime. Okay, quick lime water, we can spread it on all over the soil. Okay, so what is the quick lime? It contain the calcium oxide, and this is the base which will neutralize this acid. What else? The slaked lime is also, we can use the solution of the slaked lime. What it contain? It contain the calcium hydroxide. So both of the solution we can use to neutralize the acidity of the soil. If the solution or the soil is base, okay, it is too basic, then what we need to do? If it is too basic, we can add some organic matter compost. Okay, what is the organic matter compost? Whenever if the compost or manure is made from the organic matter, that is the organic compost. So if we add some organic compost, what it do? When it come with the soil, it will release some kind of acid, and that acid will combine with this base and that will neutralize the whole soil and the soil become more fertile. Okay, where else we require? Like in the factory waste, there can be, the factory waste can be acidic as well as basic. We cannot define like always the factory waste is acidic is only, or we can say that factory waste is only basic. No, it can be acidic, it can be basic. What a normally factory do, that this is a factory. Okay, this is the factory and it will release all its waste into the river, and because of that the fishes or other animals which live in that water, it get affected from it. Maybe the fish will get killed because of that acidic solution which the factory has released into that stream or into that river. Okay, so to because instead of directly dropping all the waste into the water body, we can neutralize the solution. If it is too acidic, then we can add some base to it and we can neutralize it, and then we can throw it into the water bodies. If it is basic, then we can add some acid to it and then neutralize and then send to the water body. So this will be more helpful for us. If there is no neutralization process, then there will be very big problem for the water bodies or the animals which is living in those water bodies. So neutralization process help us in our daily life a lot. So guys, this is all in this chapter. I hope you have understood all these concepts. If you still have any problem, please ask me in the comment box. And if you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe my channel. And thank you guys for watching this video.